Hello, my Sagittarius, and welcome to your day. Thank you so much again for joining me, even though it has been a moment since I have had a video posted for you. I was unable to get one for you last week when I had hoped to. I've had a lot of personal things going on lately, and you and Virgo were victimized by it, and I truly apologize. But to keep up with what I feel like is the most important thing to do at this point, rather than just moving forward without acknowledgement, I want to acknowledge and tell you, yes, this happened. Yes, I am sorry about it. But what I didn't tell you is something I'm about to tell you now. It was a reading to understand your goals. And though the new moon is fading into a waxing crescent, it actually already is a waxing crescent. It is still important to me, anyway, to give you the intent that is required of this reading. It was a very good one that everyone deserves. And this reading is one that will tell you how your life is going right now, as far as kind of what's been holding you back, what's been kind of in your way energy wise, how you've been maybe being a little bit stubborn in life, and things, just to kind of give you ideas of like things you need to let go of in terms of what's going to help you best achieve your goal. It's also going to tell you like kind of where your ambition lies and what the cost of these ambitions might mean, especially if you don't reach them after putting so much ahead of them. So the real goal here is figure out what you want, figure out what it might mean to put too much into it. How do you compromise? How do you get to a place in your life where you feel like you're where you want to be without having to destroy yourself or others to get there? Now, I know destroy is a harsh word, but it is accurate in terms of this reading. So when we had the new moon, it was in Capricorn. So that's what this reading is. It's a new moon in Capricorn reading. I'm going to have a link in the description below so you can check it out if you want. There's many other readings on there for most of the moon phases. Not all, but maybe all on this one. Well, at least new moon and full moon. So yeah, not all. So one card already flew out. The next card, here we are. We're going to go through Sagittarius. I hope you've been doing well. I've been doing okay. Valentine's Day was good. My mother's birthday was on the 12th, and she passed away last year. So the 12th was a hard day for me. This has really been a hard month for me ever since really middle of January. It just felt like this was a looming month, and it'll be harder still. Loss is never easy, especially when you're extremely close to someone. And she actually passed away 14 days after her birthday last year. So on the 26th of February will be the 1-year mark of her passing. And I may or may not be posting anything that week. I haven't decided yet. I don't know how I'm going to feel. But right now I'm feeling better. I'm feeling okay. And I want to do this for you. I want to do this for you in Virgo. And I also want to try to post a nice little energy moment in the middle of the week this week for everyone. I have some fun ideas coming, Sagittarius. I hope you stick around for them in the weeks and months to come. Look at there. Your 3 final cards just fell out of the deck. But people always do these pick a card things, and I don't do that kind of thing. I don't really participate in that kind of video. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with it. I like the concept. I don't know. It's, everybody's drawn to different things. So it's all about what you're drawn to in life. I'm drawn to similar ideas, but I just want to put my own twist on it. Like, for instance, I like this idea where I do something similar, but we'll go over the energies of your weekend. And so instead of pick a card, I guess it would be a pick a card, but it would be specifically about your weekend and not just But I don't know. I don't want to take anything back. I'm not going to say that I'm not open to all different things. I totally am. One thing I'll tell you, a little sneak peek that we're going to do in March, is we're going to dig a little deeper into the core of ourselves, a little bit of understanding, and we're going to play a couple of games. And I say game loosely because tarot is not a game. Tarot is something that, you are emotionally connected to. At least I feel like I am, especially my one oracle deck. And the tarot is something that I'm very interested in mentally, for sure. Very swords about it. And so in March, this month of February, I hope to lay out a nice plan where in March we can do these kind of like self-assessment exercises in a fun manner, so we can kind of lighten up life a little bit. At least I hope that I will be able to, and we'll see where we go. But that's not why you're here today. You're here today because I've titled this video New Moon, New You. And I want you to understand what that means, where we're at, and what we're going to get for ourselves. So right now, the core of your ambition, apparently, King of Pentacles, is everything. You are wanting to be in control of your finances and your physical life to the utmost. You really can't control it more than the king. He has all the power, all the ability, all the abundance. He is 100%, the holder of all that. He's stable, committed, successful. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But apparently right now, Sagittarius, you're wanting that in spades, which is good. Very good. Now, what does this mean though? Like, for instance, if this is not, if this isn't something you can accomplish, if this ends up hurting you because you put everything, all your eggs into this basket of ambition, and then you accidentally, do what people do sometimes and drop their basket of eggs, I can't speak, then you end up with the star. Orion is on the cover. By the way, I don't ever tell you guys what decks I'm using. I only have 4 and one oracle deck, so technically I have 5. This is the Arcanon Tarot by Timothy Lance. It's a little bit erotic, not really, but sort of, but it's interesting. I like the energy behind it. So the star card, is one of kind of like optimistic hope, but that's what you're gonna ultimately will be the cost of failure, is you're gonna end up hurting your faith in life and your happiness in general. It's like I was literally just saying, you're putting all your energy into this. So if you drop this basket, everything you have is gonna fall to pieces because you're putting too much stock into this King of Pentacles. You're putting too much into this desire to have the control and be 100% committed to a physical financial state. Of course, it is good to want these things, but you have to understand your mind needs to be divided into multiple sectors so you can have, like the cards, your pentacles, your swords, your wands, your cups. You need all of these things. You need your personal passions. You need your emotional side. You need your mental growth. Financial is great. From a side note, and I kind of glanced at some other cards, and maybe it's going to tell you this, but personally, the money always comes last. When you have the kind of stability that the wands and the swords and the cups will give you, then the money just naturally flows. So the star card, like I said, hopes and optimism, but the reversal of it is always going to be that loss of hope, that negative thought. You're going to be unable to get past it, have, disappointment. You're going to maybe feel like all your dreams just flew out the window, and even maybe have literally missed opportunities because you had everything stacked so perfectly that you had opportunities that when you stretched yourself too thin, you literally lost those opportunities because people didn't understand how stretched thin you were, and you just looked like you weren't capable of the payoff. So what is the compromise? How are you going to get what you want right now without losing it all? How are you going to get your mind in a state where you understand that you're not losing it all? That's really the question. And apparently it all comes down to fire. It all comes down to the Knight of Wands, the energy of a person who's ready to go, absolutely biting at the bit. So you have this energy, which is fabulous because apparently you're going to need it, but you have it. It's there. That's your compromise. This ability to embark with new ideas and new experiences and new directions and go, 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 go. It's wonderful. I'm glad that you have that for yourself. We all need that. And I hope that if you don't have that, you will find it, because that is the compromise, is to stop focusing on the end game ultimately and start focusing on right now. Just getting on to right now. Whatever it is that is currently right in front of you, go for that. Focus on that, But again, the night is about adventure. It's about even enthusiasm and that passion and power behind what that fire represents. And you are a fire, Sagittarius. So you're very on board with this kind of energy. I don't know if you're ruled by the Knight of Wands. I can open that up while I'm talking. I have it in an Excel spreadsheet. But what this really says is that you need to quit being so earthly minded, really, quite frankly. It's not to say don't focus on the money, but don't be so grounded in it. Just because all these planets are in Capricorn, and just because this new moon was in Capricorn, and then Mercury is retrograde in Capricorn, you see all this stuff happening here in this one circuit, it does not mean that you need to lose sight of who you are. You are fire. You are passion. You are breathability. You are just flowing power. You're not a rock by any sense of the meaning. And yes, I was right. The Knight of Wands, or I don't know if I said it, but you are. The Knight of Wands is ruled by Sagittarius. Tiny bit Scorpio. So there's a little bit of water there, but it is at the core, it is Sagittarius. This is you being who you are naturally. Let go of your grounded, earthly, possessive nature that you may feel right now, and just flow into the passions of who you are. Be ambitious to learn new things. Be driven for success. Have your ideals. Be spiritual. Be everything that you normally are. Have your optimism, your enthusiasm that you normally are, and just allow yourself this energy. Like if you're feeling a little gypsy, like if you're feeling like you need to get out and do more and see more and have more, have that. But don't let it be about money. Don't let it be about physical. Let it be about the passion and the journey and the excitement along the way. So when it comes to why you may be feeling like you're feeling, the card you drew is the Temperance. The Temperance. Here it's an angel standing next to a tiger. Very beautiful concept here. Excuse me. The Temperance is someone who is trying to bring things in. Oh, there's a lamb. These cards are a little dark. It's like you have to look at them for a moment before you really see what you're looking at. There's a lamb here. So there's a lamb on one side of an angel and a tiger on another. And this flows right into what I was about to say, that a Temperance card represents bringing something mental or emotional or desired or just this ethereal thought into reality, making it physical. So maybe you've had this feeling for a while that you haven't been able. Temperance also ruled by Sagittarius. You haven't been able to do that, to conceptualize and to physically create. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit stagnant because you've not been yourself lately. All this, like I said, all this earth energy from Capricorn, your next door neighbor, is like, it's just driving you a little bit nuts. Just know that it's okay if you don't always, transpire things the way you desire to. It's not a judgment on you to not be able to create something out of thin air, which is almost literally what the Temperance card describes. But just remember that the creation of something is also about the harmony. It's about the balance of it, the cooperation, if you will, of you and the world, the universe, the energies around you, bringing one thing into reality, or bringing many things into reality. But that process, I just encourage you to just keep focusing on the process, focusing on the journey through the actions. Don't worry so much about what you don't have, because the more you think about the end result, the more you're looking down that hallway towards what you wish was already yours, the more you're going to be really, really, really upset if it doesn't come to pass. So here we are, our final card, where we may or may not have been being stubborn over the last few weeks or months, or in general, maybe just days. But we have the King of Swords. And this, of course, has to do with your mind and having control over your mind. The sword cards are all about what you know, what you think you know, your position with knowledge in your life. And the King of Swords is one that has to be like an authority figure on it. He is like a counselor almost. Like he wants to be telling other people how to do it. Like he knows. And that's where you're at, Sagittarius, because you have been refusing to allow others to take that role. You have been 100% like, this is me and me alone. I know what's right. You need to listen to me. Now, I should have said this already, but if this is not resonating with you, go to the link, do this reading on your own. Make sure you're getting something from this, because I love this reading. But maybe even ask yourself why this isn't resonating, just in case. Just double check. Make sure you really haven't been like, because these are kind of harshnesses that I'm kind of spitting at you, Sagittarius. But I'm feeling in my gut, like my subs, my viewers are feeling this way. They're feeling this financial anxiety that they need this end game. I feel for you like you're putting too much stock into it, that you have been determining yourself as a mental authority figure in a subject matter that's going to get you down that road of success. And I'm begging you to let go of the reins. Let others help you. Let just the journey alone be what you are being rewarded with right now. I'm not saying that you don't need your end results. I'm not even saying you're not going to get it. I'm just telling you that if it doesn't become 100% true, don't allow yourself to be 100% heartbroken. If 60% of it comes true, that is amazing. You should still be 100% happy that you got 60% there, because there's always ways to get the other 40%, whether through changing your goal, changing your perspective, reaching out to others. There's no such thing as failure unless you allow yourself to fail, because failure, it doesn't have a timeline. Things don't have timelines, even when they seem like they do. Like, for instance, when I was in college getting my engineering degree, at first, through my freshman and sophomore year, I was doing really great. I get to my junior year and I'm struggling with some of my classes, and I was just distraught about it. Absolutely distraught. Like, oh my God, this is it. If I don't pass this class, it's over. It's over. Well, guess what? I did fail a class. I did. It happened. For whatever the reasons were, whether they were my fault or not, I did fail a class. And you know what happened? I took it again. It cost me a little bit of money. It cost me a little extra studying. I did have to get a little bit of tutoring. But guess what? I took it again and I passed it. And 4 years later, I have an engineering degree? I guess 5 years now. Wow. Time really flies. Yeah, because I graduated in March of 16. Yep. So, it's all about making sure that you're not putting unnecessary pressure on a situation, trying to force it to be just 100% exactly like you want it to be in that box. So before I just run away and close on this such a lovely note for you, I want to just go back to our goals. What are our goals? Well, apparently you're very into money, and I'm not going to tell you not to be. And you're trying to hold this mental power. I get it. Who doesn't want to have all the cards? Here's an idea. Let me kind of spitball with you for a goal for this moon cycle for the next 28 days. Whether this has anything to do with your long-term goals of money or whatever you've got going on for yourself physical that I'm seeing here. I encourage you to bring this passion card, this Knight of Wands energy into play. This is where I'm going to focus all of my thought process on your goal right here. We're going to let all the rest of these cards go. The other 4 cards, we're going to scoot them aside. We're going to pull it out, and I'm literally doing it. I'm holding this card in my hand now. One day I'll have a camera. You can see this for yourself. The Knight of Wands. Going with it. Energy. Pushing forward. I want you to have a goal, to something to accomplish in the next, moon cycle that we're in right now, that has to just do with something you're very passionate about. It doesn't have to be money related. It doesn't have to be financially related, though I will say I look at this Temperance card, and I think you should do yourself a favor, maybe, of making it be a little bit about making something real, whether it be going somewhere or journeying somewhere. I think there should be like this thought, like something you've wanted to do for a while and you do it. I definitely instantly love that idea for you. As soon as I said it out loud, I was like, yes, oh my God, yes. So I think you should actually go somewhere. Sagittarius, please hear me out. I think you should think of something that you have wanted to do for a while, somewhere you have wanted to go for a while. COVID has had us crazy. What is something that you have been putting off doing or going or seeing, a place you've wanted to go visit, or a person that you haven't gone and visited? Where is something or somewhere you have wanted to go? And I think in the next 28 days, you can do this. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. It's just going to cost you a little bit of planning. So that is your goal. If you want my advice, Sagittarius, that is your goal. You should 100% go on a journey, a literal journey. Go somewhere. Please tell me where you end up going. I'm so excited. Yes, do that. I encourage it. And that's easy for me to say because I'm just sitting here behind a microphone. But my friend, if you are interested, I am so excited. I hope if you even feel any resonation from this reading at all, and you're thinking, oh my God, yes, I should do it. I should just do it. Please comment. Please let me know. I want to know where it is you're going, what you're doing. Tell me. I'm excited. Super excited. All right. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you again in the future. Please stick around and subscribe. Maybe even do the little notification-y thing if you want, so you know when I upload. And have the best. Have the absolute best days and weeks and life and all of it. Just enjoy the journey. Please remember to take a moment every once in a while and look at your view and go, hell yeah, that's where I'm at. All right. Bye for now.